How genuine is phony news? Investigative writer Sharyl Attkisson, previous reporter and stay at PBS, CNN and CBS News and a 5-time Emmy Award victor and beneficiary of the Edward R. Murrow Grant for Investigative revealing, has done her examination. In her most recent TEDx talk, Attkisson uncovered the beginnings of the phony news story that was forcefully pushed by the liberal media and Democrat government officials amid the 2016 race, and how it was later flipped by President Donald Trump. PJ Media reports, Attkisson called attention to that phony news as sensationalist news coverage and false media stories has dependably been around under various names. Yet, she saw that in 2016, there appeared to be a purposeful exertion by the MSM to concentrate on counterfeit news and preservationist media. That resembled a publicity push to Attkisson, so she completed a touch of burrowing and followed the different take to a little non-benefit called First Draft, which, she stated, seems, by all accounts, to be the first to utilize counterfeit news in its cutting-edge setting. On September 13, 2016, First Draft declared an association to handle vindictive deceptions and phony news reports, Attkisson clarified. The objective was, as far as anyone knows, to isolate wheat from debris, to keep problematic scheme talk from figuring unmistakably in webseeks. To consign the present rendition of the outsider child story to an extraordinary web insensibility. She noticed that a month later, at that point President Obama told in. He demanded in a discourse that he too thought someone expected to venture in and clergyman data of this wild, Wild West media condition, she stated, calling attention to that no one in the general population had been clamoring for any such thing. However, all of a sudden the subject of phony news was commanding features all finished America as though the media had gotten its walking orders, she related. Counterfeit news, they demanded, was a fast-approaching danger to American popular government. Attkisson, who has contemplated the manipulative rich premiums behind the media business, said that few subjects emerge in our condition naturally. She noticed that she generally thought that it was useful to take after the cash. Imagine a scenario where the entire hostile to counterfeit news battle was an exertion on some individual's part to shield us from seeing or trusting certain sites and stories by controversializing them or marking them as phony news, Attkisson said. Burrowing further, she found that Google was one of the huge benefactors behind First Draft's phony news informing. Google's parent organization, Alphabet, was, formerly, Keep Running by Eric Schmidt, who happened to be an immense Hillary Clinton supporter. Schmidt offered himself up as a crusade counsel and turned into a best multi-million contributor to it. His organization subsidized First Draft around the beginning of the decision cycle, Attkisson said. As anyone might expect, Hillary was soon to bounce on board the counter-phony news prepare, and her surrogate David Brock of Media Matters secretly told benefactors he was the person who persuaded Facebook to join the exertion. Attkisson proclaimed that the entire thing likened to the takeoff of a purposeful publicity battle. Attkisson included, yet something happened that no one anticipated. The counter-phony news crusade reversed its charges. Each time advocates cried counterfeit news, Donald Trump called them counterfeit news until he'd co-picked the term so totally that even the individuals who were initially advancing it began running from it, including the Washington Post, which she noted later moved in an opposite direction from utilizing the term. Attkisson called Trump's achievement an antagonistic takeover of the term and advised individuals to dependably know about effective interests may endeavor to control their sentiments. She depicted two cautioning signs to pay special mind to. 1. At the point when the media tries to shape or blue pencil certainties and assessments instead of report them. 2. At the point when such a significant number of in the media are announcing similar stories, proclaiming similar accounts, depending on similar sources, notwithstanding utilizing similar expressions. Attkisson called attention to that there's an unbounded number of approaches to report stories, so when everyone's in agreement, it may the consequence of a sorted-out battle. She cautioned the group of onlookers about the most recent push to suppress discourse through something many refer to as media proficiency, where liberal elites tell every other person whom they should trust. She stated, Media education advocates are caught up with attempting to get state laws to require that their adaptation of media proficiency be instructed in government-funded schools. In addition, they're creating sites and collaborating with colleges. She cautioned that these individuals have their own motivation and need to reveal to you what to accept.